All right, might be a long one, but let's just get into it. I Still Get Rocks Off by Blonde Redhead. Appreciate the request. It's a little out there, a little wacky, but I think it's going to be best served with E flat tuning. So just tune down half a step here. So we can talk like we're playing an E, make this E chord shape, but really you're going to be hearing that E flat sound, all right? This is going to be like the framework. I'm sorry, it's not going to be my best lesson, but I think it's going to give you ideas to hopefully play around with. I tried to watch them live, and they're not really making the chord shapes that we all know and love, right? It was kind of hard to see what they were even doing, or even if they were playing in half step tuning down a half step, but I don't know. I'm going to try my best with it. I think there's a lot of notes on here that can help you, and just general ideas, like I said. But you will have this E chord. But also, I kind of like it over here at some points, especially in the intro. It's going to be that triad, that D chord shape. And there's also going to be an F, which I do like this F in the intro. But in a little bit, I do like this little F you'll see on the tab. But then at some points, I don't know, I kind of do like the bar chord F there. There will be an A minor and an A major. And all these chord changes are like pretty quick. So you just got to keep that in mind. And there's going to be a really wacky chord called a E diminished. It's going to be something like this. That's the sound we really want. I don't think I really hear that sixth string, although it's included in that description there. But I really think this is going to be the fifth, fourth, and the third string right there. But we'll talk about that as we get there. So back to the beginning, back to the tab. It's going to be very quick, F to E 4 times. And you want to hold on this E and not to be paid. So like I said, I think for the intro, to do this. And then back again. And you can stick with this first 3 strings here to get this A minor on the line I Still Get Rocks Off. They're going to have this kind of concept a lot of like this A minor to E back to A minor. And then they do a little drum thing, and now I'm switching to like this little F to E. And then same kind of concept, you want to hold on that E when they get in this line there. And then again, you know, that quick A minor to E 4 times. And then when they end on the I Still Get Rocks Off, I do believe it sounds best with an A major. And then you get the other voice. And then you get this E diminished, all right? Very wacky. And it's so inviting. And I think they switched to the F there. I'm playing the little F. And then same concept of just going back to the E, back to the F, back to the E. And then again, where you hear that little, like, what the hell is that? That's going to be your diminished chord. At least I think so, on that line there, and it's so inspiring. Again, just alternating to the F again, E, F, E, F, E, F. And then again, on that last line there, so long as you are gone, A minor, E, A minor. All right. And again, same concept when she comes back in singing again, F to E, hold on that E, and then same thing again with that A minors to E. I Still Get Rocks Off, hold on that A major. Goes back into the male voice with the E diminished, same thing we just did before. And then after he is done, you're going to hear a whale singing. That's what I described it as there. I think it's going to come up on this G now. And you can hear in the background, like, I hear like a D to B sound. I don't know why I hear that. But then F, long gone, and then back to that G. Now I know how to call. Really like that A over the top of the D when they get to that D there. And then A major again. They kind of almost repeat that. They have the G and the F. But then they go to this E. And right after that E is going to have this little bass walk, really fast. This whole song is just fast motion. But the bass walk, they end on an E. So the second time through. The first time through, it sounds like all on the 5th string, 5, 3, 2, maybe open. But then, like I said, the second time through, I do believe they end on that 6th string there, that open E. Again, same concept, back to the F to E, hold on that E, F to E, F to E, and then again, A minor, E, still get rocks off, hold on that A. Back to the E diminished stuff. And then, yeah, it just ends on that I still get rocks off A minor, the E, a bunch of times. And I think they end on an A, but you can probably make a case to end on that A minor as well. But nonetheless, this is already over 5 minutes. So I am hoping this helped you out. Yeah, this is a cool song. I'm not going to trash the song at all. I think it was cool. It was different than what I'm used to, but it was definitely hard to understand it and hard to draw inspiration on anything else because I couldn't see them play live, clearly, and nobody else that I saw had a cover. I think, at least I didn't really search cover specifically, but nonetheless, hopefully that helped out. And give me another one to do, and I'll try my best at it. That's all I can do. I'll always make a lesson for you guys, so hopefully that helped you out.